welcome everybody. This is a very important video for many of you who are on our One Stroke Advantage membership club. And what we're excited about sharing with you is that not just you might be having a problem, but even other people are having problems with everything and learning everything. And even this one had to work out lots of bugs to figure it out. And so to be such a big company like YouTube, this is still only what, 3 years old?
If that, yeah.
It's 2 or 3 years old, this membership program, but it's better than some of the others out there like Patreon and some of the ones that other artists are using, because on a dime, they can drop you and take away your income, take away everything that we put on for you guys as viewers, just because they have not been dealing well business-wise and they've lost a couple of lawsuits. So that held me back for a year deciding whether to do this, because I did invite some of you guys a long time ago saying I was going to do this. And so with Michelle's help, we were able to go to something that we're comfortable with, and that's with YouTube. And YouTube kept inviting us, so we felt like this would be a really good time to start that. So we are going to have a few bugs trying to figure out things, especially when it's an uncomfortable program that you haven't used before. Anything you don't use yet is usually uncomfortable to learn. I've gone through a new iPhone, which I never wanted an iPhone in my whole life. And everybody said I needed it because I live on my iPad. So I get it. I did a different service with the internet, caused me hell in my life. I get technical problems can make you feel, I'm telling you, I had anxiety attacks. I couldn't breathe. I was emotionally upset. And so some of you feel like that when you're missing the class that we're showing. And I want you to understand they're all recorded. I know it's more fun to be there when you waited all day, you got your codes, you're ready to go with Zoom, and then it doesn't come through, something happens. And I'm having a heart attack because I've lost y'all and I can't get y'all on. So it goes both ways. I just want you to understand that. Susan is up in the right corner on my camera. I don't know where she is on yours. Susan is out there helping everybody get all the things that they need number-wise and stay on track and on classes and stuff. But even Susan, I just got her on, Michelle put her on for me so that she can feel what's happening on this new membership program with the Advantage. And Michelle has got the dirty job because she's constantly trying to help everybody with different types of with electronics to make this work for them, and everybody's different. So my idea yesterday, and I'm sorry we threw this on you guys, but we are recording it so it can be watched again. And I might have to watch it a few times along the way. But before I turn it over to Michelle, because she's been the one who's been everybody's saving grace so far. But I just have to tell you, I'm not going to say the negative, but there has been a couple of cases where we really can't do much about it. And if you need YouTube to do something, or you think we can do it for you about payments and how to fix things and all, we can't do that for you because it's not us. All right. I'm the one who's servicing you with content. And Michelle's making sure that the content gets there for you. Okay, we can't fix any payments, how long is this going to last? I want you to understand, when you signed up in June, we still don't know. We understand by what they've told us by July 1st, everybody who paid in June paid for July. Yeah. So that's what we understand. But we're still watching it, and it's better than to try to get on this long list to try to talk to them somehow, which they never speak to you, they type to you. But so we're waiting till August 1st to get the whole complete, how is this really going to work? So some of those questions we don't have the answer quite yet, but we're trusting that YouTube's a big company and they're pretty safe. They're safe with security. They're safe with other things. But they have not been perfect about describing everything to us. And the one thing I can tell you that Michelle showed me that I didn't understand, some things are just dumb. for a company to be that big. That's my words. They're just dumb that you have to do these steps to get there. Like, why is it say join any way that you go to my site? Why wouldn't to my YouTube channel? Why could it not say join and member, subscribe right there, no matter how you looked at it? But it doesn't. So that's been a major problem for us to get people on. All right. So before I turn over to Michelle, who knows it all, and none of it do I know well, I can limp through. I tried with Pam. Is Pam out there? Where is Pam? Oh, there she is. You're right in the middle, Pam. How can I miss you? I tried with Pam in person at my campers class to do what she needed to do, but we were on our phone and the iPad was at home. So I can do some, and I will if I can. Susan will, she can, but Michelle's the one who we just have to put it all on. So having this recorded is better. This is what I told Michelle. When it is typed, Michelle typed it to me and said, just do these things. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I tried. I don't understand it. I can't do it. And I know it's part of our age of knowledge with computers and all. But what I need is to physically see it. And when she came over and showed it to me, I can do it. But remember, we have short-term memory the older we get. So you could do it if you did it every day, but then we go a week and don't do it, and then we forget. Is that not true? Anybody give me a smile on that one? Okay. So then this will be a recording that you can just keep going back to and say, wait a minute, what did they tell us to do? And so hopefully that will work for most of us. So what I want to share with you before I have Michelle start is Mark's asked me to do him a favor. And one of the things is we give you what we give you as content, which will Michelle and I email you, give you reminders, give you patterns and paint lists or whatever on email, which some of you don't know how to get, but we're going to show you that today. But what has happened is there's a couple of questions that are confusing people who are in the Advantage Club. So one of those is you get 10% off every product that you want to purchase on onestroke.com. All right. And even if Amanda has some kind of sell up that you could go purchase on OneStroke, it will already be discounted to something on onestroke.com. You will get an additional 10% off when you put the code that we give you for the month. Every month there's a new code, which will be in your email. All right. So after you understand how to get your emails, there will be a code there. So that code has to be put in on onestroke.com when you want a product discount of 10%, or if you want a discount on my online classes. So my online classes, if there's a single class you want, you have to click $35 one. We give you the 10% off. And then you have to put down there or email us right now which of the 4 classes you chose. That's just saying you want a single class, but you can do it if I'm showing last month's class and people are still buying last month's castle window. You can click pay the $35 less the 10%, and then tell us in an email that it's the castle window.
They can, there's a comment section when you're purchasing. That's where they should put in the class that they want.
That is where they should put it, but for some reason, I didn't know if people didn't know how to do that or whatever. So if you don't do that by accident, you just still have to email me or message me. I paid, this is what I wanted. Okay. So if you are an elite and higher, you get 2 discounts, but nobody else gets 2 discounts. Just all my leaders get their regular discount, and then they get their 10%. So that means you probably can't do that on the website. You probably have to write us and tell us what you want. So until I know more about that, I'm just letting you know, Mark said, I have to have the code. Now we've got so many signing up, it's too hard for us to go check and see if you are a member. So before we could go, oh yeah, she's a member. oh yeah, he's a member. You know what I'm saying? But now there's pages. I tried printing them out for Mark. It's too many because they're not alphabetic. They're just by when you signed up. So it's too much of a task. So you can get your 10% discount on product or online if you do that on the website and put your code in. Just letting you know that. This is a second big question about this discount. Because they're a member of the Advantage, they've many of you have asked, don't I get the discount on Facebook Lives? Facebook Lives are the very biggest discount we can give, and even the leaders don't get extra. So I'm just letting you know, we can't give the membership Advantage discount on Lives. Okay, does that sound like I covered my part? Just it's important that you give the code. Please don't put the code. What I was worried about is that people would say, I want to buy this live on the live sale. I want number 2. I'm a member. Here's my number, my discount number. Don't put any of that online, please. I think that's it. Okay. So now we really want to get to what's important. A lot of people on the other side of the country, this is like 6 in the morning. They said they couldn't be on. So we will then post this on Facebook and maybe, and also on our Advantage membership site. Okay. So thank you guys. I so appreciate you being part of this program. It's exciting. I've got fun things that we're doing each Friday. And I'm going to let everybody know that we'll be watching this. When I'm out of town, like I'm going to be gone next Friday and then the last Friday of the month, usually only one time during the month. I am going to pre-record that lesson so it still pops up on Friday, just so that we don't miss anything to get started here. Until I figure out any other way to do it, that's how I'm going to do it, is right?
Yes.
And so thank you so much. And I'm going to give it to Miss Michelle. You want to sit in this chair?
Sit in the big girl chair. Okay. Not big girl, but you know what I mean. That was not a weight joke. Okay. So in order for this, I want to make sure that this gets visible. So I'm going to pin my video so that everyone sees it in the recording, because right now she's got it on all her little screens. And then I'm going to switch to the overhead camera. Hopefully I picked the right one. Yeah, it's the other one. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go through these things and I'm going to make sure that I do it a couple of times so that y'all can see. And most of the issues that I've been seeing from people, let's see, I'm trying to work her situation here. There we go. Is on their iPad, but I'm going to show you iPad, phone, and then also desktop. So the first thing is people are saying, and also I just want to let you guys know, go ahead and jump in with any questions that you have. Just take yourself off mute and please put yourself back on when you're done. Okay.
At the end, we're going to have questions.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're going to do questions at the end, and then I can go back through things if you need to see them. Okay. So hold your questions if you could, please. Okay. So the first thing folks are seeing, let me turn it this way so it's a little easier to see, is I can't see the join button, right? I want to join Donna's new One Stroke Advantage membership, but I can't. I go to her channel and I can't see the join button. So the first thing is you would go to your YouTube app typically on your device, and this is my iPad. Okay, so when you're on your home page on your tablet, you would tap your YouTube app here. And that should hopefully open up, and you would see in the upper right-hand corner, if you put in a picture of yourself or whatever, when you created your YouTube account, that you were logged in, you should see your picture. If you're not logged in, then you need to please log in. If you don't have an account, then you need to create an account. What?
Sit that down and bring the camera down because it's too shaky.
Oh, sorry.
bring the camera down. So that-
We've got a little bit of a glare, so let me. Okay, so this is where you would tap. Let me go back and show you again. You would tap over here if there was no picture, right? And you weren't logged in. You would tap over here and you would say add account, right? And then you would follow all the steps under add account to create a YouTube account of your own, okay? This I want to caution you on because we've had a couple of people do this where they didn't realize they already had an account. Maybe you had a former device where you were on YouTube and you created an account there. Essentially, your YouTube account is a Google account. Okay, so if you log on and you create a Google account at some point, that's the account you would use for YouTube because YouTube is a Google app. Okay, so I just, hopefully that's clear that you want to go and add your account. If you already have an account and you know your password, then you would go ahead and log in. Okay, if you're already logged in, you're going to see that you're logged in here. All right, so that's just to clarify that you need to be logged in on your app. Once you get there, then hopefully you're subscribed to Donna's channel. You would come down here and tap subscriptions. Okay, and then along the left-hand side, you would see all of the channels that you currently subscribe to, and you can scroll to see them if it's not there. All right, right now I have all channels checked, so it's going to show them to me. And then I'm going to go find Donna's channel, tap that. Now I'm still not on her channel homepage. All right, so this is what I want you to be aware of. If it says up here, view channel, you have to tap that. Now I'm on Donna's homepage. Okay. And then along here, you're going to see a bunch of tabs. All right, so it starts at home and then goes to videos, playlists, community, membership, etc. I want you to see a couple of things that I've done. If you are already a member, you're going to see perks. Okay. Right here under her name, number of subscribers. And if you're subscribed, it's going to say subscribed. If you're not, there's going to be a button there for you to push to subscribe. And then if you're not a member of the One Stroke Advantage, you're going to see a button here that says join. If you have joined, it's going to say see perks. Okay. So hopefully that helps get you to where you need to be. Now, if for some reason you're not seeing any of these things, right? It's very bare bones. All right. Then the app is probably not working correctly for you on your device. There's a couple of things you can do about that. Number one is make sure that you have the latest version of the YouTube app on your device. Okay.
What does that mean?
And that means you would go to your app store right here. I'm on my iPad. If you're on a Samsung tablet or some other Android tablet, it's going to be probably the Google Apps or App Store, I think it's also called. I'm not positive on that. I can look on my phone in just a minute. But you're going to tap App Store. Okay, and then you're going to come down here to search. And up here, you're going to type in YouTube, search, and it should pop up for you to be able to either update it or open it. So if you don't have the latest version, it should say update. Okay, if it does, go ahead and tap that and make sure that it finishes the update for the application. All right, if once you do all of that, it's still not showing what you need to see here, then the alternative is to use a browser. And what is a browser? A browser is what we use to go and surf the internet with. It's where you go and enter website addresses. It's where you do Google searches and things like that. So the browser that we recommend you use is Chrome. All, I believe, iPads, iProducts start with Safari and it's this little compass shape here as your main browser. And I don't recommend you use that. YouTube does not recommend you use that. This whole process, this membership process that YouTube is allowing us to use, or that we're using, is still fairly new in terms of how it's available and how it operates. So as I've told Donna, in my opinion, it's kind of lazy that they haven't made this easily accessible on all versions of all mobile devices and all applications. But, you know, that being what it is, this is how we have to operate. So if you do not have Chrome, then you would go back to your app store, search for Chrome, and yeah, I'm going to do that, but I'm just going to show them. You're going to come up here and search for Chrome. And it's called Google Chrome. And if you don't have it, then it's going to say get. So you would tap get and then let it download and create it. Okay. If you have it and it says open, then go ahead and open it. Now, if you have it on your device, I've actually pinned mine to my bar down here so that it's always there, because it's what I've always used. But if you don't have it necessarily on your bar, then you would go and look for it. Why am I not finding it? Maybe because I have it down here. It doesn't let me see it otherwise.
Well, you're not showing the whole screen on the camera. You're missing a row.
Sorry? You mean the top row here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm down close, so let me back up just a little.
That's what I'm saying, back up
Okay.
a little bit. There we go.
Okay. So anyway, you're looking for something that's got this tricolor with a blue dot in the middle. You're going to tap that and it's going to open. Okay. Now, the first thing that happens is it opens with a blank screen like this. And I want you to notice up here, there's what looks like file folder tabs. And you're only going to have one to start with, which will, if it's the first time you've used Google Chrome. I have several other windows open here, but let me caution you not to have a ton of these open, all right, because it'll get very confusing over time. So the first thing you would do then is come down here and search for youtube.com. So you tap in that field, type youtube.com, and it would go there, okay? Now, because I've made adjustments already, it's not going to show you what I want it to show you, which is the mobile version, right? Which was what a lot of you are having trouble with when I said use your browser. So what you can look for is up here in this gray bar, when you go to YouTube, does it say m.youtube.com? Okay, that means you're running the mobile version, which is the default. It will automatically, when you type in YouTube and it knows you're on a mobile device, such as an iPad or iPhone or Android phone or Android tablet, it's going to take you to the mobile version and display it that way, because that's the best way it knows how. We want to trick it and force it to show what you would see on a computer, like a laptop or a desktop computer. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. And this was what I was sending out to people. And I know it was confusing, but just bear with me, because it's really not that difficult once I show you how to do it. Okay. But the article link that I sent you to is actually a Reddit article, but I have gone ahead and pasted the instructions that are in here directly into a post on Donna's YouTube channel as well. So you can see that without having to go to this article anymore. But essentially it's saying you're going to go into Chrome and you're going to enter this address, Chrome:///flags. So where do you do that? Well, I'm going to open a new window here, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to type Chrome://flags and press go. Okay. Now, this says experiments, warning, experimental features ahead. They're just trying to caution you because they don't want you doing necessarily a lot of these things, but this one is very simple. Mine is enabled, so it's showing up here at the top, but you may have to scroll down to find it. But you're looking for a setting that says request desktop version by default. And it's going to say
You can't read that. Is it going to be too blurry to go closer? Or no?
You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you're looking for. Request desktop version by default. And then over here on the side, you're going to see it's going to say enabled or default. And if you haven't changed it yet, it's going to say default. So this little arrow here, you're going to touch that, drop it down, and you're going to change it to enabled. So a check mark most likely is against default. You're going to change it to enabled, and then that will stay there. Okay. This is what you need then to trick Chrome into displaying the desktop version, which is what you would see on your computer.
And then after that, you don't have to do it again.
After that, you don't have to come back here and do this every time. This is a one-time only thing. Once you do this, however, be aware, once you do this, every website address that you go to, it's going to display the desktop version every time. So just know that in case something looks a little different from what you used to see it. I actually prefer it that way because you get a lot more functionality and all of the things work the way they're supposed to, and you see everything you're supposed to. But sometimes the mobile devices can cause things to not work correctly. So it's just a caution. Okay, so once you're done with that, then you can scroll down so you see your tabs again. All right, you're going to close all of these tabs. All right, and then you're going to make all of these windows go away. I know a lot of you like to keep all these things open so that when you slide up or however you show your open apps on your iPad that you can just quickly tap and go to them. But it's very difficult and hard on the iPad memory for you to continue to keep a lot of them open. I know one of the issues that one of our friends was having with this helping her mother was that she had 11 pages of open apps. She'd never closed it. She'd never closed it. She'd never rebooted her iPad.
And I went to, you can tell them I went to the iPad store and then to my tech. And finally my tech said it was because I had all those open.
Yes. Donna's saying that she went to the iPad store, right? The Apple store, and also to her personal tech support person, not me, somebody else, but I'll tell her too. Don't leave all that stuff open. It really is hard on your tablet, hard on your iPad. It eats up all your memory. It eats up processor time. It makes things run slow. And your battery actually will take a hit too. It'll die a lot faster because it's trying to keep all that stuff open. So it's just good organizational skills as well, just to keep things clean. And I also recommend rebooting your devices at least once a week. That means powering it down completely and turning it back on. That clears out all kinds of trash in your memory, in your what they call cache, which I know you might not know what that is, but it's just, it keeps things clean and running more smoothly. Okay. All right. So now that we have told Google or Chrome that we want it to run desktop versions only, and we've closed everything out, I've got nothing running in the background. I'm going to restart Chrome. Okay. And so this is what it's going to look like, brand new with nothing open. I'm going to come right in here and tap, and I'm going to type www.youtube. Don't let it fill it in for you. Type it yourself. Don't pick anything from these lists, from previous selections, nothing. Type it all yourself, www.youtube.com, and click go. Okay. Now, you may not realize that it's doing what it's supposed to, but you should see up here where it just says youtube.com. There's no M before all that. If you see an M there, then your setting didn't take. And you may have to go back into that Chrome setting and change it to enabled again. I have not seen that happen, but we did figure out that you can't pick from that list, and you can't go from what a previous address you've used before. You have to come and retype www.youtube.com. Okay. All right. So once you're here, then you can go to your subscriptions. Now the subscriptions are going to show up over here instead of before we saw them on the bottom. So you're going to tap subscriptions right there. And then you're going to go find, why isn't it showing me, Donna? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Sorry, not subscriptions. I apologize. You're going to tap these 3 bars up here. This is 3. If you don't know this, 3 bars on anything means there's a menu there with menu picks to choose from. Okay. So you're going to tap the 3 bars, and you're going to come down and see your subscriptions listed here at the bottom. And you're going to scroll until you see Donna, and you're going to tap Donna. Okay. So now, hopefully, you're going to see a little bit different display than what you saw on the YouTube app. But you should see all these tabs that I showed you before: home, videos, playlists, community membership, etc. Over here on the right-hand side now, you're going to see join. Now, even if you have joined, you may still see join there. Or you will see perks. See perks is probably what you will see. But because I'm a moderator on hers, I didn't join, I just see that. But subscribed is here, and if you've heard her say click the bell, here's your bell, right? And clicking that bell is what you need to do to get notifications whenever we post something new. So a lot of people said, hey, I'm subscribed to your channel, but I never know when you're on. I never get anything telling me that you're up or live or whatever. That's because you've got to come in here and click that bell and select all. Okay. So if you want to join and you haven't joined, you're going to tap join here. And you're going to follow the instructions. All right. Here's all the list of everything you're going to get. And then you're going to see, so here for me, it's renew membership. Right. And then, okay, so it is, looks like it is down a month. It's a rolling month. So it's a month from when you subscribed. So everybody's renewal date is different.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah. Okay. But here's where you would follow the steps to get a membership. Mine says renew. Okay. Once you've done all that, the next question we get is, how do I go see what you put up there? How do I see what's part of my membership? Well, you have to go to this community tab. The community tab is where you're going to see everything we post.
Okay, go back. The community tab, before you do all that, is going to say nothing's there. You didn't tell them that.
It will, no, it won't say nothing's there. It's going to, that's when you see it when you're on the mobile version. Okay, so let me see if I can force that to happen.
It doesn't matter. Just say if you click community before you change your mobile version, it's going to say nothing.
Okay.
It's the same community button, but now it's on the right program.
Yeah, you're right. So, okay.
You don't have to go back. You just tell them that.
Well, I was just seeing if I could show them.
Yeah.
So this community tab, if you don't have the mobile version of the YouTube app or YouTube site running in this browser, or if you're using the app, it's going to come up and say, if you tap community, you won't see listings here. It'll say this community tab is not functional for your device.
Yeah.
And you will not see anything there that we are posting because of that. But because I had you go through and force this to show the desktop version, now you're going to see all the content.
But you have to put www.
But you have to do the www.youtube.com up in the address to see it. Once you get through all these initial steps, I know this sounds like a lot, but once you get through them, it will always work this way. Okay. The only time it's going to be back to the way you saw it before is if you get a new device, or for some reason you delete Chrome and you have to reload it, then you're going to have to go and redo that force desktop version setting again. Okay. So hopefully this is working for you now. So when you come into community here, everything that we've posted, you're going to see, including anything that's public as well as for members only. So how do you know if you're seeing what is for a member? Right here, next to, let me show this a little bit closer. Next to the post and the time it was posted, you're going to see members only.
Oh.
Okay. If it's public, it will say public. So I know a couple of days ago, I put up all these letters for Donna's lesson this coming Friday, and I mistakenly forgot to attach the M through P. And a couple of you were nice enough to tell me. So I put it up. So it's there. Okay. So you can scroll through and see everything here, but you cannot post here. You can't post pictures. You can't post comments, or you can't, excuse me, you can't post your own postings. You can make comments on postings that Donna has put up. And I'll just let you know that a lot of these posts that are put up here are put up by me for Donna. Okay, it's going to say Donna Dewberry, but it's actually me doing it. But that's just so you're aware.
I go check.
Pardon?
I go check.
You go check.
I go and check the messages.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. But I want you to see also that you can do comments. You can thumbs up on stuff, which we love for you to do. Thumbs down makes us sad. And then comments. So you can tap that little comment box there and then scroll down and you can type in here your comments. Okay. And then tap comment. Now it will show it. And we will see it. And Donna always goes and checks comments, and she tries to either heart them or respond to them if they need to be. And I try to do the same because I know she's busy. Sometimes she can't get to all of them. So, all right, once you do that, you're in that comment page. So you do have to hit your back button here, this little back arrow, and then it will put you back into the listing of posts. Okay. So here's everything we put up for this past Friday. A lot of alphabet letters. But I want to scroll down and show you all the videos, right? So the videos that we put up to promote the channel, promote the membership. Here's the picture that we put up from last Friday's lesson, right? And here's last Friday's video. So you do have to do a bit of scrolling to find videos and things if you're going through the community tab, but I'm going to show you a quicker way here in a second that I did so that you can see them faster. All right, but you see it, and then the next comment we've been getting is, I see the post, but I can't watch it. You have to tap it, and tap it again. And then it will come up. So tap first to select it. Tap it again to watch it. Okay. Once you're done watching it, you hit that back arrow and you go back to your postings here.
Okay, so now they're saying they got the email and then they don't know how to go to it.
Right. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to show one more thing.
Okay.
The codes for discounts are here also. All right. And I put them up every month. So that's where the code is, though, for July. And this will get you your discounts on the products, 10% off products, 10% off Zoom lessons. That's the code you're going to share with Mark when you need, do something that's off the website. This is the code you enter at checkout when you're making purchases on onestroke.com. Okay. It's not a code you search for. It's not something you go to onestroke.com and put it in the search and hit enter and say you can't find it. All right. Okay. So what was the question you said? Once they get the membership set up,
No,
how do
they get
you,
email. They get
and you get an email when we put in a new post, how do you go and see what
You
we
can't
posted?
Click on the email.
Absolutely, you can click on the email. So I did a couple of tests. You should get an email that says, anytime we put up something new, you'll get from YouTube, okay, for members only, new Donna Dewberry post.
Can you enlarge that just a little bit? Okay.
Okay. If you don't see this in your inbox, it's
Click
more.
your email. Go back to your email. We can't see that. Oh, there it is.
It's
there.
right there.
Yeah, but go to that really quick so they can see that better.
I don't know what you mean. You mean
Enlarge it or something so that like put it closer to the camera maybe.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
So you're looking for an email that's from YouTube, and in the subject it says for members only, new Donna Dewberry post. YouTube logo members only. Okay. So if you're not seeing these in your inbox, you want to check trash, spam, or wherever else your commercial type emails might get sent to. So if you get if you have a filter set up or you're using a particular email tool that sends all of your unknown emails into a specific folder called spam or junk or something like that, make sure you're checking for that there, okay? Because it's coming from YouTube. If you're looking for something coming from Donna, you're not going to see it. It's coming from YouTube.
So click on it now.
So that's what you're looking for. And then you're going to see the message. And then you see a button there called View Post. So you would tap View Post, and now it's going to open. So here's the thing. It's going to open the YouTube app. And here's what you're going to see because it's using the YouTube app. This is the problem, right? So you have to really go then to your desktop version, like I showed you using Chrome, and go and look at those posts that way. Because if you do it on your iPad and tap that, it comes up this way. This is what I was saying in the app.
That's why they can't find it.
Right. In the app, the community tab does not work. So it says right here, sorry, community posts are only available on your computer and the latest version of the YouTube app on mobile phones right now. So not even on iPads. Okay, phones only, which I'm sorry, that's dumb. Why? I have no idea. You built the functionality. You should make it work on all technology, but that's just me. Okay. So the other thing you may get is a notification. And on the iPad, if you pull down from the top, you'll see all your notifications that come up from all your apps. And you have to have the notification for the app turned on. If you turned off all your notifications, then you're not going to see them. Okay, so you have to tap and see. And why didn't it send me one? Sometimes they're delayed. But again, it's from the app, so it's not going to come up for you to watch or see. You've got to go to the Chrome browser and see it. Okay. So even if you get that notification and you tap on it, you want to go watch the video should play. But the community tab and seeing posts of pictures and comments and whatever else Donna has shown you probably will not show up.
But this will be listed what you did now. This
Yes.
new thing.
Yes. So I created on the home page that everybody should be able to see the members only video playlist. So any videos that we have put up there under members only.
Hold that down slightly. The yarn.
He's waving at you.
I had to get your sheet up.
Okay, you'll see all of the videos here that we put up. So, and you should see that on the app as well. Let me go to the YouTube app. Go to my subscriptions, Donna Dewberry. Remember I said on the app, you have to click the channel. So you'll see members only videos right here. Okay. Even though you're on the app and you see community, when you tap community, that's what you get.
That's what I wanted.
So that's
Same
the
thing,
issue.
Same thing with the email.
Yep. Same thing with that you get with the email or the app notification.
It
It's
just
just,
reminds you that it's there.
yep. So,
whenever I'm out and I go in there and then dang, I can't get in, I forgot. All I have to do is www.youtube.com.
That's
and I go
right.
there and it works.
so I don't know if you heard that, but what Donna's saying is whenever she's out and about on her own and she tries to go check things on her phone or whatever, and she goes to the YouTube app, then she remembers, oh yeah, because it's not coming up. I've got to go to my browser and go to www.youtube.com,
And it pops up every time.
and then it pops up every time. Okay. So I know we've gotten used to over time using apps on our devices because it's more convenient and that's how it works. But for this particular thing, it doesn't work that way. You think of anything else I need to share with them?
Is it different on the phone?
Let me show you on the phone. Let me see if it's different. I don't think it's too different, but it might be. And you have an iPhone. I have an Android phone. Let me see. I'll show mine first and then you can see if it's different. Okay. So here's a notification that I got. This is notices on your phone. Well, this is kind of hard to show. But see these little icons up here? That's a YouTube notification. You swipe down. iPhone may be a little bit different, but however you see your notifications, you're going to see those. Now, if I tap that, it will pop up the post. So on my Android phone, the community piece works just fine. But if you have an iPhone, it may not. So even if you got that notification, it may make you go to you may have to still go to the browser as I showed you. So on your phone, how do you use the browser? Again, I got Chrome right down here. So if you don't have it, you're going to want to go to your Play Store. That's what I was trying to think of. On an Android, it's called Play Store, usually. And download the Google Chrome app, just like I showed you on the iPad. All right. And then you're going to come up here and you're going to type www.youtube.com. Make sure you're logged in. Make sure you see your picture or whatever you have up there that shows you're logged in. Okay, then down here at the bottom, it says subscriptions. You're going to tap that. And then you're going to look up here where you see all these little icons. These are the little icons that each channel that you subscribe to creates. And you're going to look for Donna's picture. Tap that. All right. And here's the members only videos. However, there's no community page. Okay. So this down arrow right here, you saw home videos and playlists. If I turn it this way, same thing, right? But that down arrow should show you the rest of the available menu tabs. Community's not there. So you have to go through your browser to see all the other posts. You can watch the videos here on the app, but you have to go through the Chrome browser to see the rest of the posts.
Mine won't let me do it because it says M.
Ah, mine does too. 3 dots. See where it says m.youtube.com? I don't want to see that. That's the mobile version. 3 dots. Down here, it says desktop site. This is what I was telling you that one day, Donna, and you said you don't see that, right? Because everything's different. Every technology has to be created differently. All right, so now it's going to be very small because desktop site means it's going to show it to you like it's a computer. Okay. I'm going to allow that. All right, so now I have to make it large by expanding it. Go over here to my subscriptions. Takes a while to load the desktop versions too, so you have to be patient. And the little bar across the top there is working. Okay, so now I'm seeing all of my subscriptions, but I want to see the list. Oh, that's right. I have to pull these 3 bars down. There we go. Scroll down. This is the desktop version. So it's the 3 bars. Scroll down, hit Donna Dewberry. Tap it. Don't hit it.
There it is.
And there it is. All right. So now I see community. Tap community. And there I go. Okay. So let me show you all that one more time just so you can get it. You know, I mean, it's a lot of rigmarole that I go through.
But then
So-
it won't be like that afterwards.
Right. Well, it will be, it could be if they come back and it takes them to the mobile version again.
Yeah.
So I just want to show you again, the 3 dots up here. You're going to say desktop site and see where that's got a check mark. Whoops.
Microphone.
Desktop site, and that's got a check mark there. So look for that. If it's checked, then you're on the desktop site. Okay. If you uncheck it, then it's going to take you back to the mobile site. So make sure that's checked. And then you're good. Okay. You can expand it. The only way to see it bigger then is you got to do this, because this is the desktop version. It doesn't think you're on a phone or a tablet. It's going to show you like you're on a computer screen. Okay. Hit the 3 bars, go down to Donna Dewberry, and then you'll be on her channel. Okay, and then you come over here to community. Tap community.
Or watch a video. Or
Right, you can watch the videos on the home screen, but if you want to see any of the other posts. Okay, so the next question was, I put up all these for y'all to do for your Friday lesson. And people were saying, well, that's great, but I can't print it. Yes, you can. All right, you have to tap and hold and download image. Okay, so you tap download image. It's going to ask you where it's going to tell you where it's putting it. And you can change the name of the file. So if you want to name it whatever you want, and then click download. And down here at the bottom, it's going to say download it, open. Tap open. Okay.
should get print.
And then up here, oops,
Move your phone down.
you should be able to print it. Okay, yeah, so that's what I did. So see the little share, this little sideways V with the 3 dots means share.
Move it up.
Tap that. I'm working on it. And then all these little things are going to slide up, and you got to come down here and see if you have a printer connected to your phone, and then you can see I have one, but this is going to print at my home. You would tap that and then follow your print commands to print it. The other thing you can do is email it to yourself and open it up on a desktop somewhere that's connected to a printer, and you can print it that way. Okay. Okay, guys, so I was asked to figure out why iPhones weren't letting the desktop version of the YouTube channel show up. And what I found was that you actually do want to use Safari, and you're going to use Safari to then force the desktop version to show. So Chrome for iPhones apparently doesn't follow the process that I described the way it does for Android phones. This is the world we live in. So anyway, I'm going to open Safari on an iPhone, and I'm going to show you how you force it to see the desktop version. So I open Safari, I go to www.youtube.com. Make sure I spell it right here. Okay, hit go. All right, and this is where I see. So see this AA up here in the left-hand side? It's a big capital A and a smaller capital A. Tap that, and it pulls down this little menu. And you may not even have known this was here, but in here, there will be something that says request desktop website, okay? And when you tap that, right now I've got that on already, so let me show you what it looks like when it's off. So hit the AA, request desktop website, tap that, and now I'm looking at the desktop version, what you would see on a computer versus instead of what you would see on a mobile app. So then you're going to come up here and you're going to do as I showed you before with the subscriptions, pull that down, right? Go find Donna Dewberry, and I'm on Donna's phone, so her subscription's probably not going to show because she's already on her channel, so it's not. But you would tap Donna Dewberry there, and then it would go right to her channel. So I'm going to show you what her channel would look like. And it immediately launches into this. So let me close that. Stop. There we go. Okay, so now you're going to see. Now you're going to see that community tab. Oops, come here you. When you apparently make it wider, there we go. Community tab right there. Join button right there. Okay, so hit that community, then you're going to see all the content therein. Okay, so Safari, you're going to force the desktop with that double A, that AA that's in the upper left-hand corner, and then you're good to go on joining the One Stroke Advantage and then watching and seeing all the content. Okay, guys, thank you.